You rock, my friends. You Rock podcast is for women like you who want to own your life and live an engaged and joyful life. Hosted by Dr. Aliyah Majid, mom of 3, devoted wife, and a scientist-turned-life coach on a mission to empower women to take control of their lives. In this podcast, we deliver tools, insights, and inspiration on rocking your own life, owning to your highest potential, and becoming the best version of you. Now, here's your host, Dr. Aliyah Majid.
Assalamualaikum and welcome back to Europe Podcast. In this episode, I would like to share with you guys on how to choose the right cheerleader in your life after you have decided what goal that you want to achieve this year. How can you choose the right coach or the right mentor to get you there? If you're not sure if coaching or mentoring are right for you or what to expect from such a relationship, then stay tuned. Okay, before you start looking, professional coaching and mentoring, like all professional services, you need to pay for it. Like what I'm doing right now, I get paid for my service. So it's quite a known fact about that, right? However, there are so many other options too that is still available for you guys who are not quite ready to commit on investing in a coach. It's not really whether the percentage, I can say, for you to succeed in a goal that you have put yourself. It's not really determined by whether or not you have the right coach or you have the right mentor. The reality is that how much you are committed to it, how much time do you devote to really achieving your goal, and commitments is the most important thing. Ask yourself first, what are the outcomes or performance improvements that am I looking for? What am I prepared to put in to the program in order to achieve these outcomes? And how will I manage my time and energy to put into practice the changes I identify through coaching or mentoring? So the reality is that if you really want to go after the life that you want, you have to implement whatever that you are learning. Implement it, take action every day. And that's how you can get to the goal that you want. If you don't learn how to manage the time and energy and really put into practice whatever thing that you have learned, you're not going to see any results. So your action determines whether you will get the outcome that you really want in your life. For me, when I start to invest in my self-development, I really start slowly because my first choice would be books. Up to the point that I think that I have like so many information and I don't have time to implement the things that I have learned from these awesome books that I have read. So that's when I learned that it's not that the amount of books that you consume that would determine whether you achieve your goal or not. It's actually you have to implement whatever that you have learned. So that's when I start to really take slow, meaning that when I learn something from a book, I really try to implement whatever that is suggested and see whether it turns out okay or not. I mean, whether it is applicable for my life, right? So sometimes most of the times books can give you all of the motivation that you need to get started. And the reality is that all of the things in the world that have been gone through from other people have been documented, whether it's in a book, in a website, in a blog, in videos. You can learn so many things from these already available things around you. When it comes to be really consistent and be accountable and committed with whatever that you want to achieve, having a cheerleader that sees you and your progress is what make the difference. Before you start to invest in coaching program, in a mentoring program, look at the structure and length of the program. Ideally, a program should be designed to suit your precise needs, in terms of the structure and content and the style of delivery and overall duration. Some program doesn't really show you what exactly that you might get from that program, especially in a coaching program, because usually it is tailored to your own needs. So sometimes you cannot find it from just visiting the website. You have to contact the coach or the mentor that is available and connect with them and see whether they can help you with the challenges that you are facing. So if you feel there is a discrepancy between what you want to achieve and your available budget or time, consider breaking down your objectives into individual goals or steps which you can approach step by step. So meaning that instead of investing in a big long-term program, you can invest in a smaller coaching program. So having that like step-by-step approach and invest it step by step, so that you, once you are comfortable with the next level of achievement that you want to go, you can invest and start working on it. For people who are not used to use money as a way for them to grow, it might feel you might feel resistance around this, meaning that some might think that this coach or this mentor could solve your problem. The reality is that no, they will not solve your problem. The solution is actually inside of you. But coaches help you to dig deeper, meaning bring it out from yourself and questions everything, the challenges that you have and way to move forward, so that you can work towards the goal and achievement that you want to achieve, right? The delivery method, okay, whether it is via face-to-face or is it via video based, or is it a telephone call, or is it an online meeting. And these are things that would be depending on your the way that suits you. Because if you want to commit in certain program, let's say it's a 6-month coaching program, so if you cannot bear watching, contacting someone through this like a Zoom meeting, then the effectiveness of the program likely reduce for you, because you are not being able to being totally comfortable with that condition. So it depends too whether you are okay with that or not. Then of course the training for coaches, look at their professional developments and credentials related to coaching, and the testimonials and feedbacks from people before you, and look at the coach or mentor's career and their life experience and how they incorporate other disciplines like management or business skills, psychology, or anything into their practice. And the most important thing is to be satisfied that they are right for you and will give you the right service to move you forward. Okay, so for me, I always invest in a coach that I know can give you the right service, as I mentioned before this, meaning that they know what they are doing. They have gone through that road so many times before this, and the success story of people that they have coached before this. So that make me have a higher percentage to invest in them more, instead of a person who maybe a more famous person, but I don't know whether, maybe I know, but what I'm saying is that there are so many other coaches that's like really popular outside there, but their service doesn't quite fit the needs that you have. Okay, so if this being the problem, you don't see the fit between that, then you might as well not continue not starting the coaching program, okay, because you'll be wasting your time and the coach will also be wasting their time too, because you don't fit together. Okay, so really before starting, making sure that you are satisfied with whether or not their service is right for you is really important. Okay, do you really need a professional coach or not, or a mentor? You do not need a coach in your life. Do you want to have a coach in your life who are expert in their field? So if you're so if you so that's my baby, okay. He is here, and yeah, so that means I have to wrap this up. Okay, so what I'm saying is that you do not need a coach, but it's okay if you want a coach, okay? And you can also self-coach yourself every day, okay? So one of the question that I like to ask myself every day is that what's the one thing that I can do today to achieve my goal with excellence? Okay, so self-coach yourself every day. So while I was talking right now, so as I'm talking right now, you can hear that my kid is playing at the back. Sorry for that. Okay, so ask yourself this question again and again every day. What's the one thing that I can do today to achieve my goal with excellence? So with that, see you next week. And remember, start your day with an intention, love what you do, and end your day with gratitude. I'll see you next week. Assalamualaikum. Are you struggling to find time for yourself or for things that matters to you? Or if you even ever find some time, you found that you can't simply slow down and stop thinking about work. If you are one of those women, you'll benefit from the Success Accelerator program, my 12 weeks one-on-one success and productivity coaching program that helps you to do less and get more work done so that you can spend more time doing things you love. Book a free call with me at draliamajid.com/coaching, or you can do a self-assessment using my free life audit workbook at draliamajid.com/life audit, or you can even join my Facebook group from the link below. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.